Hey guys, I gotta tell you, I'm so sorry I have been gone for a few days. I've just been so busy because I'm currently working 2 jobs. I'm working out a 2-week notice on the one job that I've been doing for the past 2 months, and I'm starting a new full-time job during the day. I am beat. I worked from midnight last night till 1 o'clock today, and I worked 8 hours yesterday. And that was at the new job, and in the old job I worked for another few hours, so I'm beat. But I wanted to come talk to you about something that I've been talking about for a while that I've been meaning to do, and that's to upgrade my pan in my air fryer. And I finally upgraded to a stainless steel grill insert, and I also use a silicone mat in the air fryer now. Now I need to clean this out because it looks like it was only partially cleaned the last time. I was in such a hurry. So I'm going to get started on that, get into some comfortable clothes, and we'll come make some steak. By the way, I'm going to put a link in the description for this for those of you who have the same air fryer. This thing fits perfectly. I believe it was the 8.5 or 8 3/4 inch insert, and there's multiple sizes you can get. So that's the other thing, is even if you don't have the same air fryer I have, you can get the size you need. The one I got was $21.95, and it came with the silicone insert, which is really kind of cool. I don't know if you can see this, but it's got little knobs on it that allow it to, if you were gonna have the food touching it, it would still keep it lifted up off the bottom. And then it's got these raised edges so it catches all the fat drippings. Now when I'm cooking something that has a lot of fat on it, it tends to overflow. That's the only problem, is it still does get down in the bottom of the pan. But I like using it anyway because it keeps you from scratching the inside of the pan up with the metal legs on the bottom of this thing. It came with a couple of other things. One that kind of goes inside and lines the whole inside of the tray. Now that I've got this thing cleaned up, let's get ready to cook some steak. First thing I'm going to do is go ahead and close this and set it to preheat by setting my Power XL air fryer. There's a link for that in the description as well if you're interested in knowing more about it. I'm going to set it on grill, which has a built-in preheat setting. I'm going to set my temperature for 475 degrees, and I'm going to adjust my timer based on the thickness of the meat I'm going to pull out of the freezer. I don't know which one I want to grab right now, but I'm going to go take a look. Alright, I'm running a little low on my half cow that I bought back in December. I still have tons of Warrior Burger left, but I'm hungry for a steak today. Let's see what we got. I got some sirloins that I picked up from Publix the other day. Actually, my wife picked them up. I don't think he cut them the size I wanted because these are a lot thinner than I'm used to getting. Let's see. We got some T-bones from my grass-fed, grass-finished cow. Rib steak. Now that's the way to celebrate after getting off 2 shifts back to back. Also known as a ribeye. Grass-fed, grass-finished ribeye. This comes from Big Mo's Cattle, and I know it says Millbrook Farms, but apparently that's how he does it when he works it out through at least his one processor, Johnston Meat Processing over in Monticello. I guess I'll find out if that's the way he does it next time, because I'm not going to go through the same processor the next time. I was really disappointed with how they cut these. They cut all the fat off like I asked them not to, and they didn't even give me any of the suet. So that was the only disappointing thing, but he didn't really have anything to do with that, so I don't fault Miles for it. I still get some of the best meat out there. I love this meat. I just thought this would be a great way for you guys to not only get a chance to see how I've been cooking my steaks lately and to check out this new gizmo I got to go in the air fryer, but also this is a great way for you to see that you can work 2 jobs and be busy as a one-legged man in a butt-kicking contest and still come home and make good steaks. You know, they keep offering me food at work for free, but they offer me things like pizza and certain meals that have, you know, tortillas and all kind of different things in them. And I just refuse those things because I want to stay on this diet that has changed me permanently. I don't want to get away from it because I love the way I feel now. I love being able to wear clothes that look good when I put them on, and I don't feel all bloated in, and I feel comfortable in my own skin. I don't want to lose that. And for those of you who are striving for the ability to overcome all the cravings that you have, Just think how much more you crave feeling good and feeling comfortable in your own skin and feeling like you're not able to put the clothes on the way you want to. Gosh, it feels so much better. I've lived my whole life fighting with my clothing and fighting with what I see in the mirror and fighting with how I feel. It's so nice to have that behind. And it's all thanks to Lion Diet. Thank God for Lion Diet. I am so grateful that the Lord brought me into this opportunity to not only have discovered a diet like this, but to be able to share it with you, to have shared it with so many people who are benefiting from the same thing that has been helping me. I love this. I'm gonna go ahead and cook both of them. I'm hungry. And this will probably be my only meal today because I gotta be back in at work tonight at midnight. And then I gotta be at my other job at 8 o'clock in the morning. I'll show you how I do this here. And I take these steaks from frozen and I use my torch here to knock some of the frost off the surface, but it also kind of gets it where it's ready to receive the salt and it's not just gonna bounce off from being frozen. Yes, I cook my steaks from frozen in the air fryer. For those of you who are new to my channel, I know those of you who have been here for a while know I've been doing this for quite a few months now, and there's just no better way to get a steak. I tell you, it's fantastic. Comes out super crispy on the outside, delicious and red on the inside. I'm gonna take my Redmond kosher salt, cover these steaks liberally with it. I never would have thought cooking with salt would be the key to my happiness, but this has been the most wonderful thing I have ever done when it comes to cooking meat. So some of the salt falls off when I flip them over, but most of it sticks. And then what doesn't stick, I'll just take it off the plate and pour it right on top of the meat inside the air fryer. I would have got out of my work clothes earlier, but I am ready to eat and I did not want to stop. Alright, so we're all salted up and ready to go. Now I'm just waiting for the preheating setting to be finished, and then I'll throw them in there. Alright, now I got them ready to go in. It's beeping at me. I'm halfway changed. So I just take all the salt that didn't stick, throw it right on top. Alright, now I'm ready to eat. You can get these shirts on my merch shop too, link in the description for that as well. I got a lot of great outfits just for carnivores and people that love my channel, so check it out. So I'm starting off, I set the timer for 23 minutes because that's usually enough to do a good steak, and these are relatively small as far as ribeyes go, so I think it's going to be enough time. But what I'm going to do at the halfway point is I'm going to flip these steaks and then I'm going to check their temperature and see how they're looking. Ooh, I went over a few minutes. Let's see, we're down to 9 minutes already. So you can see this is what they look like when they're ready to be turned. I hate leaving it open that long, but I have to show you guys what's going on. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Since I already left it open that long, let's check the temperature. Still 40 degrees in there. 9 minutes should be enough at 475, except that I left it open a little longer than I'd like to. So we'll see how they come out shortly. Meanwhile, I'm just glad to be back, guys. I'm sorry I've been gone for a few days, not able to make anything. I got a lot of ideas for videos I want to do. I just haven't had any time to do them. But hang in there. All my patrons, you guys, hang in there. I'm not going nowhere. And all my regular viewers, please keep coming back. And hopefully once I'm done with my night job and I get back to a more daytime shift, which I thought it was going to be at 5 in the morning every morning, but like for instance tomorrow morning I got to go in at 8. So I may have some time to get out and do some walking. Man, just slowing down from getting home is making me so tired. I can't wait for this food to be ready. There's 2 minutes left, so I'm going to take these 2 big pieces of butter that I cut and put them on top of these steaks so they can melt. Kerrygold butter. I love it. It's a great way to add some fat to a steak if it doesn't have a lot of fat like it should. The cows the butter come from are grass-fed also, so perfect to go with these steaks. I always love when I can have some good grass-fed, grass-finished beef, but you know, there's going to be times when I can't always afford it. So I have to get what I get from the store. And it is what it is. I'm still working toward that though, because I love this beef. And if you're interested in getting good grass-fed, grass-finished beef, one of the ways you can do that is go to usabeef.org and start searching for some of the local ranchers who are providing beef to the public at reasonable prices. And you can ask them how they raise their beef. I did a whole video the other day with Miles talking about exactly this thing so that you can know what to ask and what to look for. And they should be willing to let you come out and even look at their property and see how you do everything, how they do all their raising of their cattle. But I love knowing I'm getting the healthy stuff. But just like all the other channels, just like Dr. Baker says and Dr. Barry says, you don't have to go grass-fed, grass-finished. As a matter of fact, a lot of the grass-fed stuff you get in the store really isn't all that good to begin with. So it's all a matter of finding a good local source. But until then, I'd still rather be eating store-bought beef than I would be eating all that processed junk they have at the store. That's what's killing us. Seed oils, sugar, processed foods, stay away from it. I don't care if you need to do a carnivore diet or if you're doing a keto diet. If you can get away from that processed garbage, it's gonna save your life. All right, these steaks are almost ready. Let's see how the temperature looks now that the timer is run down. 135, that is perfect. That is going to be great. I want to take them out right now because they're still going to cook a little longer. So this is what they look like just coming out of the air fryer. Man, I cannot wait. You can have some. Just let me get it.
I would love some. That would be wonderful.
That's why I made two because I'm really hungry, but at the same time, this is more meat than I thought it would be.
And I need it. I need beef.
You need beef. That's my girl. Alright, let's take this fat and add it to this plate. Beautiful. I don't want to lose any of that butter or fat. Get every bit of it. But while I wait for these to sit for a minute, I'm going to go clean out this air fryer. Now everything's all clean. Just takes no time at all. I use a brush like this one. It's great for getting between these little dots on this thing that doesn't do any damage to it, and it's great for cleaning the outside of this grill. I haven't really finished with it yet. There we go. I'm gonna go ahead and finish this up. There, now we're all finished. Take a paper towel, wipe it down. Wipe out the inside of the air fryer. It's just water in there now, a little bit of water. All ready to go for next time. Gotta be sure to clean the top. Let's take a look at one of these steaks here. Man, oh man. God, I gotta get the plate just because it's dripping with delicious fat. I don't know if you can see it real good, but look how beautiful that is. Absolutely wonderful. How is it?
Salty. Extra salty.
Yeah, I did put a lot of salt on there. And a lot of butter. Well, I needed a little extra salt today anyway. All the drinks I drank while I was at work didn't have any. I'm used to having some in almost all of them. Well, before Katie rushes off back to work herself, we're going to share some of this and then spend a little time together before she's gone. I got to get some sleep. But I just wanted to come and talk to you guys and let you know I'm still here. I'm not going nowhere. I'm going to keep reporting back to you on how Lion Diet does and how the carnivore diet has changed things for me and how it can change things for you too. All you got to do is say, screw it, I'm going to get up and do it. Start making the lifestyle change that you need to get back on track. I'll see you guys next time.
If we pay extra, could we maybe get some grease or fat?
That hit the spot.